Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning on this Thursday night, okay, which it's an almost weekend, everybody. And as much as you want to deny that, or you may want to deny that, it is true. It's almost the weekend, everybody. So, hey, enjoy it. Kick back, put your feet up, relax your mind, okay? It's Movies Merica, spoiler warning time. And we are going to get into some dynamites action tonight here because we're going to be going over Jurassic World Rebirth. Yes, Goner, Chris Pratt and company, and now they're bringing in some new blood. Scarlett Johansson. She's no longer getting those sweet Marvel paychecks, or at least not the big ones anymore. So she's like, you know what? I need to overcome, adapt. I need to get in there, and I need another franchise to be a part of right there. And so she grabbed up some Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World in this case, to be a part of that franchise here. So now, did you pull it off? Well, if you saw my spoiler-free review on Sunday, which you can still grab, just look up Movies Merica on Rumble or YouTube, and yeah, you can check out my spoiler-free review of Jurassic World Rebirth. You will know, okay, and all will be revealed, of course, after this intro right here. Okay, so all right, so to that end, let's get to this.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
All right, so yes, so you know what we have? It's been a while since we saw the original Steven Spielberg Jurassic Park and then Jurassic Park 2, otherwise known as The Lost World. But the Jurassic franchise keeps chugging along for better or worse here, and so apparently there's some fans of this franchise, that's for sure. And we'll talk more about that as we do a deeper dive and autopsy on Jurassic World Rebirth. But real quick here, let me remind you that if you are checking this out live, you don't just have to just be gawking at me talking the whole time, all right? You can be a little bit more interactive if you want, okay? You can make things a little more exciting for you by opening up the lines of communication between you and this guy right here. And you do that via the live chat. Yes, if you're checking me out on YouTube or Rumble, you can talk to me in the live chat, and I, in turn, can talk to you. And so on Rumble and YouTube, it's pretty easy to get into the live chat, okay? I think it's a very, very complicated, intricate process of looking for a button that says chat, okay, or live chat, okay? And you click on that, it'll bring up a little window or something like that, and then you'll have another little section down at the bottom where you can type in a live chat message in there. You can either just say hi, or give me a thumbs up in there, or tell me, hey, how much you think I suck, or how much you think this movie sucks, because I'll be right there with you on that one, okay? Or, hey, what's your favorite Jurassic Park movie or Jurassic movie? Or, hell, live chat me anything, all right? This is a free country last time I checked, and you can live chat with me about anything, all right? So there we go. All right. So just want to, of course, as always, welcome in my movie maniacs and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. You guys know who you are out there in movies. Merica land up in here, all right? So, okay, let's get into some Jurassic World Rebirth, if we will, all right there. And we've got plenty of things to say about this here movie, all right? So, at the beginning of Jurassic World Rebirth, they portray it clearly that the world is sick of dinosaurs, okay? They've just had their fill of dinosaurs, and they're portraying it in this movie that with for some reason, we can have zoos all over the world where no one gets sick of seeing mountain lions and snakes and monkeys. But for some reason, they're all sick of seeing this creature that hasn't been around for millions of years, okay? Which makes no sense whatsoever, okay? They're making it sound like all zoos all over the world are closing up. Nobody wants to see nothing, all right? In particular about dinosaurs, but they still want to go to the zoo to go see rabbits and killer whales and alligators and horses and elephants and all that stuff right there. Makes no sense. Okay, why would people get sick of seeing dinosaurs but not every other animal, right? Okay, and dinosaurs are have more novelty to them because again, they haven't been around in millions of years. Dr. Hammond in the very first Jurassic Park movie brought him back 32 years according to my watch here. So, and elephants and alligators have been around a lot longer than that. So there's not as much they don't have that new animal smell like the dinosaurs have on them right there. So, but we're supposed to believe that the luster and wonder has worn off for dinosaurs from the entire human race, but not any other species that you go to the zoo for right there. But it's a smart writing right off the bat that you're really tuned into there. So it's that first clue, like, you know what, this movie is going to be very intelligent, very sophisticated, absolutely. And and as part of them being sick of seeing dinosaurs, gone is the expression on Dr. Alan Grant's face, when first seeing that brontosaurus in the very first Jurassic Park movie. Remember, he's in a Jeep and he's in there with Dr. Hammond and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum, and he just kind of turns around, he looks over there, and oh my God, there's dinosaurs over there, and he just like he's amazed, he's in wonder, right? And and they're checking out these brontosauruses, in that scene right there. Well, that wonder, that amazement is gone according to the writers here. I mean, and you're supposed to believe that, right? After 32 years, I mean, people have been going to zoos to see all kinds of other animals for decades and decades and decades, and the wonder hasn't worn off of that. But we're supposed to be convinced that they're worn off. The excitement of seeing a T-Rex in a zoo no longer there anymore. Nobody wants to see them right there. And the people have about as much of a warm, fuzzy feeling about dinos as they do about, those illegal alien homeless psychos rummaging around in the dumpster behind their work. Now, that dino fatigue echoes, I'll be quite honest with you, it echoes my fatigue for the Jurassic Park movies, okay? Or at least the bad Jurassic movies, okay? I mean, I can watch the original, I can watch the OG Jurassic Park movie and the Lost World Jurassic Park all day long, even though I know a lot of people shit on the Lost World Jurassic Park 2 because it's the stylish and in thing to do. But the first two I like, and then the rest of them, they're just, I don't know. Not all of them are hot garbage, but at the very least, they're just kind of meh. I could go either way if I see them or not. Like Jurassic Park 3 is fine to watch. The first Jurassic World, okay, it's fine. It's introduction to Chris Pratt's character and Bryce Dallas Howard, and we got Vincent D'Onofrio in that, being all slimy as the bad guy, and it's got some cool action sequences in the first Jurassic World movie. And then you get what I think is the absolute worst Jurassic movie, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World Dominion, which just came out 3 years ago there. And then we've got this one right here. Now I would put Jurassic World Rebirth above Jurassic World Dominion and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but that ain't saying much, okay? That is like saying you're the least ugly fat girl at fat camp, okay? That's not, it's, before your self-esteem starts blowing up, just recognize. It's all about perspective there, okay? There. Now, if someone wrote a fantastic Jurassic movie, imagine that, right? And it was directed and performed well, I mean, I'd be running to it, to watch it. I'd be running to the theater to watch it. Like I run to Taco Bell at 3:00 in the morning for some ill-advised chalupas to suck up all those rum and cokes right there. So now apparently I'm in the minority on that opinion right there as far as my disdain and fatigue for Jurassic movies there, because Jurassic World Rebirth, the joke's on me. It did pretty well at the box office. All right, it didn't flop at all, and that goes especially internationally. Okay, people in Bangladesh and people in Thailand and people in Siberia and people in Belgium, they love their dinosaurs. They love that Jurassic franchise there, and so these Jurassic movies make a lot of bank there, and I think probably it's because it does kind of have an international flavor to it. I mean, if all these Jurassic movies were set in Texas or something like that, probably not going to have as much international, appeal there. But especially like with Jurassic World Dominion, I mean, they were doing all kinds of globe trotting in that movie right there, and so that tends to get international crowd to check things out there. But now, so I guess either my standards are way too high when it comes to movie quality and in these Jurassic movies, or the majority, just like Dinosaur Scowie, people run, T-Rex bitey up on big picture screen, while popcorn, yum yum, go in my tom-tom. Yay! That's like, I guess that's the mentality of the majority of people that make these movies still a hit, because again, Jurassic World Rebirth did have a pretty good box office weekend. It came in at number 1 there, and it kicked F1 out of the number 1 spot, which I hated. F1 got kicked out of the number 1 spot there by a much lesser movie than F1 there. But I think the problem with F1 is, okay, obviously the movie's called F1 the movie. The trailer, of course, since it's an F1 movie, is going to have a lot of F1 racing in it. And so a lot of people, they just assumed incorrectly that when you went to go see F1, it was going to be the starting credits, the opening credits, a bunch of racing and nothing but racing, absolutely nothing else but racing, just racing. And then the end credits would roll. And that's it. They couldn't have been more wrong. So much more to F1 than that right there. But I think there's a bigger audience for dinosaurs than there is F1, especially here in the States, because F1 or Formula One open wheel racing, that's what that stands for. That is like more of a international, not in the United States kind of sport there, where dinosaurs, kids and parents that love to take their kids to dinosaur movies, to give their kids an electronic babysitter, so the parents get a couple of hours of a break, so they don't have to basically play prison guard to their kids, and they can relax a little bit right there. That's universal. I mean, those parents that need that relief right there. That is not just an American thing. That applies to parents in France and India and Iran and Sweden and all over the place, right? China, and so you're going to have a bigger market for the Jurassic movies than you are with F1 there. But I think that eventually, when F1, when these people that are too afraid to go see F1 at the theaters, I do see it on streaming. I think in the balance, if they're completely honest, they're going to be like, fuck. Why didn't we see F1 at the theater? Why didn't we go see that stupid Jurassic movie, huh? Why didn't we should have saw F1 at the theater. Now it's too late. Come on, man. It was your idea, honey, to go see Jurassic World at the theater. I blame you, and I'm blaming you. And you know what? I'm gonna bring it up in an argument we're gonna have in like 3 years. All right? Okay, that's how petty I am. There you go. So I think there's gonna be a whole lot of conversations like that in the balance there. All right, but that's what I got to say about that. And another thing about Jurassic World Rebirth is it's been a while. Let me just say this: it's been a while since I've seen a movie where I pretty much just wanted all the characters to die. All right? I wanted them to all die. I wanted them to all die. except for the little girl, of course, the cute little girl. She could live and she could grow up and she could tell stories about how dumb everyone on that trip with her were, but outside of her, I was on Team Dinosaur throughout this whole movie. I mean, I was waving T-Rex pom-poms, I'm holding up my Spinosaurus bobbleheads while wearing my Feed the Dinosaurs t-shirt and cheering for the dinos to dine on those dumb humans, especially that dumbass boyfriend character and then the low T worst father of the century. Okay, let's do this. Let's just take a few minutes, shall we, to talk about that character of the dumbass boyfriend and the low T worst father of the century. So one thing about this movie, one of many things that convinced me that this movie is made by people with just the most, I don't know, liberal, low T, effeminate worldview is how they portrayed that father. Because in the first place, the father that was, he was sailing his little girls around the world, and it was, well, I guess one little girl and then one teenage daughter who brought the dumbass boyfriend, sailing around the world, okay, with these girls and the dumbass boyfriend right there. And he thought it would be a good idea to take them out on a sailboat in dinosaur-infested waters there. So right off the bat, this movie portrays this dad as a big dumbass. We've seen so much of that in movies and TV, haven't we? I mean, in the live chat, give me a thumbs up if you would agree with that right there. It's like too many movies and TV, the dad, particularly white dads, but in this case, an Hispanic dad, are portrayed just be stupid, moronic, ill, just making bad decisions, just naive and dim-witted, and then where of course the women are all savvy, sophisticated. They're always making the right moves and just having to bail everybody out of the dumb predicaments that the stupid dad got everybody into there. And so in this case, that applies to this dumb dad that decided to just sail this sailboat with his two daughters into big dinosaur infected or infested waters there. And on top of that, not only is he a dumbass, he's a complete pussy. Okay, because in the movie it's portrayed so he's steering the boat, right? They're on a sailboat. He's steering the boat, controlling the rudder and all that stuff, right? And they're all taking turns. They all sleep and then they have to get up for their shift in steering the boat. And so his oldest daughter and her dumbass boyfriend wake up, and it's made clear that it's the dumbass boyfriend's turn because he's getting up to take the wheel, and so that the dad can go and get some sleep, right? And so the boyfriend comes up, and he's like, "Oh man, I am tired. Oh, I'm so exhausted. Where's breakfast?" And the dad is like, "All right," and I forget what Xavier, I think is the dumbass boyfriend's name, Xavier. "All right, Xavier, it's your turn to take the wheel. Remember, we agreed, and oh man, you're doing a great job. You keep on doing it. You're doing a great job. So you got this. All right. I want to find some breakfast, man. But remember, we agreed. We agreed, right? We agreed that you would take. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. All right. I'll be a low T dumbass and just not be an assertive, a male that takes initiative and establishes boundaries and enforces those boundaries and establishes and enforces rules. And one of the rules is we all agreed that we would all rotate on the wheel here, taking the wheel on the sailboat. And now here you are, and you are ignoring your obligation here. And so now that's when the dad should have said, nope, get over here. get your ass over here and take this wheel right there. Otherwise, ooh, boy, you will reap the whirlwind, not to quote Chuck Schumer. I just couldn't think of anything better to say at that moment right there. But does the dad do that? No. Nope, not at all. He just, goes 100% USDA prime choice pussy and just goes, okay, I guess I'll just keep the wheel. I'll keep steering the ship. Well, he just goes over there and he's just gonna be lazy. Okay. So that just really ticked me off. In that. It's just ticked me off. That's a little harsh. It annoyed me. I will say that. It just annoyed me there. So, but yeah, that's just one of the things that annoyed me, and that was early in the movie. That was only like 20 minutes into the movie or something like that, and we still got another almost 2 hours in this movie left. And so I'm like, oh man, what else are they going to do to get underneath my skin in this movie that already reeks of it being a complete ripoff of at least 3 other Jurassic movies? Okay, because in this movie, basically, they're going to the island. They got to escape dinosaurs. Where have we seen that before in these Jurassic movies? We've seen that before, haven't we? Yeah, pretty sure we have there. That is for sure. All right. Okay, so real quick here. Hey, if you guys are digging what I'm putting down here, if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here, you're digging at all what I'm doing here, and providing everyone with an outlet to talk in depth about the latest movies, in this case, Jurassic World Rebirth, then yeah, go ahead and hit that like button down there if you would. It's down there somewhere. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Do my creepy Joe Biden whisper. Trust me. Don't tell your parents what I'm about to do. See, that creepy whisper. Creepy. But yes, the like button. Trust me. It's down there. And then also another button that's down there is the follow or subscribe button. And when you click on that, it'll just get you following me or subscribing to my channel. Now, if you already clicked it, don't click it again, okay? Because then you'll unfollow or unsubscribe. And then also there's the notification bell down there, all right? Notification bell down there. And that is, if you just click on that, and then it's just going to end up with getting you like an email, just letting you know, hey, there's a piping hot, fresh, brand new episode of Movies Merica waiting just for you. Okay, so, and you can do that, do the follow, subscribe, notification bell, or like button on whatever platform you're watching this on, whether you're watching me on Rumble or YouTube. I know we have the capability now that we're on the Fury. Fury.com, Furycast.com. So I'm going to get used to that one of these days. Sorry, Furycast crew there. But we have a couple of Rumble channels that you can watch the show live on. And so, yeah, just hit those buttons on either one of those. Or hell, go crazy. Hit it on both of those bad boys. Or YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube there as well. And then for my friends that are watching this not live, okay, if you're watching this later on, well, hey, you can still join the party, all right? You can still get involved and do your parts, and we can still communicate with each other. We're just going to have to do that, though, via the comment section also below, okay? So just look down there below, and you'll find the comment section. And, yeah, you can let me comment about whatever you want, all right, everybody? Just go crazy, go nuts. Let me know. I'll just throw some suggestions out there to you. Let me know, hey, do you like the episode? Do you hate it? Do you like how I'm doing on the show? Do you hate it? Or what's your favorite Jurassic movie? Whatever. Okay. All I can tell you is I want to hear from you. Okay, in the comment section. And I don't just say that, in an empty way. I do see and I do look at the comments there. And I try to respond to as many of them as I possibly can, because I know I hate that. I comment on other people's shows, and I don't like that when I don't get an answer. And so I remember that when I see people's comments. I'm like, you know what, Van? How would I feel if I made this comment right here and I didn't respond back to it? So, you know what? Yeah, take a minute and respond back. And that's my mentality. So you can comment to me again via the comment section down below in Rumble or YouTube there for that point there. All right. And you know what? I'm going to get a drink off my brewski here. My beverage of choice, as usual during these episodes, is a brewski, is a beer. And I will be reviewing this said beer a little later on in brew review time. But hey, whatever you're tossing back there, okay? Hey, go ahead and drink it up right now because I'm about to. Excellent. Oh yeah, that hit the spot there. But yeah, like I always say, it's Thursday night. It's almost It's almost the weekend. It's pre-Friday, and don't hesitate for a second to relax your mind up in here. But just make Movies Merica spoiler warning your chill chamber there as you relax there. And then also, hey, if you're watching this, and even if you're like, you know what, this ain't my bag, baby. But I know somebody that does like movies, or I know somebody who has seen Jurassic World Rebirth. I bet they would like this show. All right. So, hey, you know what? Hey, honey, did your brother go see Jurassic World Rebirth? Yeah, he did. Oh, right. Hey, thanks. All right. Hey, Harry, I got this link here to this great show that is on right now live. It's called Movies Merica Spoiler Warning, and they are talking live right now. Check this out. Did he just send that link right there to Harry, and he can join the show as well right there. So very easy there. So, all right, let's talk some more Jurassic World Rebirth, shall we? All right, got some thoughts here. And actually, what I should do is, so I have got my thoughts on what a more accurate trailer would be for this movie, okay, for Jurassic World Rebirth there. And apparently some other folks had the same idea as far as what they thought a more realistic trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth would be right there. So, you know what? Let's check out their homegrown idea of what the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer should have been. All right. Let's try that again. Sometimes on this, you got to like click buttons twice to get stuff to work. And it is not going to work. All right.
The head's at the wrong end, guys. Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett, our mission specialist. Sorry, what mission? Mission paleontological. If you choose to accept. This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. Turns out dinosaurs cured cancer 65 million years ago. But just like Big Pharma, they kept it secret. Okay, so we're gonna have to steal it from them.
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
Okay, you got me, it's less.
He's your guy?
We're the best. At moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
How do you know you're the best? Who the hell's done an official ranking of the top 10 people smugglers? We go towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore. Why is that? Patrols are expensive. Would you rather Barbadian taxes go to patrols or welfare? Think before you get all political, man. All I said was, why is that? No, shh. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
This island was the research facility. The original Jurassic Park.
I thought that was Isla Sorna.
No, that's where they raised the dinosaurs.
Oh, how many damn islands was this company spread across?
Well, let's see. There's the island where they fertilized them, the island where they hatched them, the island where they toilet trained them, the island where they castrated them, the island where they baptized them.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs. Oh, you mean Supersaurus, Maripanosaurus, and Argentinosaurus? Check it out, all 3 of them right there. And they're peaceful, slow-moving sauropods, so this will be a cinch. Actually, you know what? I had that wrong. We need DNA from the biggest pterosaur, the biggest mosasaur, and the biggest dinosaur that's also carnivorous, fast, and deadly. Well, it's gonna be a lot harder now. Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I'm allergic to dairy.
Maybe we should beat it. Us, not the egg.
Oh, crap. The parents are back from date night. Gotta hide the evidence. Oh my God! We're never gonna be able to sell this in liquid form. Oh, fuck!
Thank God I'm attached to something! Thank God I'm attached to something!
These dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park, which, as we all know, was a beacon of safety. Please don't say they're raptors. They're not. Velociraptor was the size of a turkey. These are more likely Deinonychus, a closely related but much larger species. Okay, nerd. Way to make me regret asking. The worst of the worst? We're left here. I'm talking dinosaurs with feathers. Ew, gross. I know. You're either a bird or a dinosaur. Make up your mind and stop confusing people. Come on! Oh, shit!
Duncan! We're missing a flare! Have you seen it?
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
Hey, buddy, I think I belong on the other side of this door. What do you reckon? Can I open it, please?
Not until you admit that Spinosaurus is better than T-Rex.
Never! Ah!
Survival is a long shot. But don't forget, life always happens upon a means of going about stuff.
That's deep.
Well, I don't want to take credit. It's kind of a famous quote. Guys, we appear to have sprung 10 leaks and created an ocean.
What the hell are those? Drowning stegosaurs with webbed plates?
They're helping the mosasaur defend territory, stalk, hunt.
If you're drawing a distinction between stalking and hunting, does that mean the mosasaur wants to bone us?
I drew you a picture!
Oh my God. InGen was experimenting with dinosaur DNA, creating unholy distortions of nature.
What do we call these things?
Mutants.
Who/what are you?
My name is Snarls Rex Xavier, but you can call me Professor T-Rex. I was once an unassuming Tyrannosaurus until InGen mutated my walnut brain into something far grander and with a slightly conceited upper-class British leaning.
How'd you end up in a wheelchair?
Gout.
Are there others like you?
I had many mutant brothers and sisters, including but not limited to Triclops, Wolveraptor, Dead Prodigus, and Ornithistique, to name drop a choice few.
What happened to them?
There were those who refused to embrace the concept of mutant dinosaurs, thought they were lame, an unnecessary addition to a dwindling series desperate for new ideas. They tried to make us extinct, and for the most part, they succeeded.
Don't bother trying to make them understand, Snarls.
What are you doing, Stagnito?
We are the future of dinosaurs, Snarls. They can either accept it or go and get their dinosaur fix from another movie about dinosaurs. Oh, wait! There isn't one! The Jurassic franchise has monopolized the market!
Careful! InGen gave him the power to manipulate all forms of dinosaur feces.
Thanks, InGen. Thanks for everything.
All right. So, yeah, I think that trailer was much better. I mean, I may be biased. Well, I don't know why I'd be biased. I didn't make the trailer right there, but I'm digging that one right there. More accurate. Actually provides some kind of entertainment. There's actually some entertaining content in that particular trailer there, as opposed to like actually watching the actual movie there. So I thought it was fantastic there, and I got more out of it. I think I got more of an education. I feel more educationally enriched from watching that trailer, the trailer that should have been there. So, and I'm pretty sure that I just imagine all the millions of people watching this show right now, millions, I'm sure, all watching, all nodding their heads in agreement at the same time, going, "Yes, Van, you were absolutely right. You were absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right." Let me know what movie that's from right there. That's a very obscure reference. Oh, there. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. All right. So, hey, we got some life here in the live chat there on the Rumble side here. And we got Lindy Rig 87 in the live chat here on Rumble. We've got freedom isn't free. No true words have ever been spoken. Freedom is not free. Sometimes you got to put foot to ass for that good old freedom, the good old capital F freedom right there. And we got my man Beyond Formal in here formalizing, okay, the live stream tonight right there. So absolutely. And good to see you guys in here. And yep, that's right. Freedom isn't free. You fly that American flag in there. Yeah. No apologies right there. Yeah, absolutely. Get that thing flying there. And I dig it. I can't see enough American flags flying around right there because I love this country, warts and all. Hey, you know what? On that topic, name me the one perfect country in this world. Yeah, there you go. I'll wait. People want to dog on America because it's made some mistakes. What country hasn't? Am I right or am I right? There you go. But we do more good than any other country in the world. That's what I choose to concentrate on. Absolutely. So, all right, let's move on here real quick because the beer that is over here to my left is eyeballing me right now. And when that happens, okay, one, I realize I'm going psychotic because you'd have to be psychotic to think a bear is looking at you and winking at you and trying to send you messages. And two, that means it's time for a little brew review time. All right, so let us check out tonight's brew that I will review. And that is a little Singa, the original Thai beer, okay? And as you would imagine from what I just said, it comes to us from Thailand. Yes, specifically Bangkok, Thailand right there, okay? So gotta love that. If you're a big Murray Head fan and you love that song, One Night in Bangkok, well, maybe during that one night in Bangkok, you might have played some chess, according to the song, and drank some Singa or Sinyar. I'm probably the ugly American that's mispronouncing that name right there. To me, it looks like Singa, okay? But that's just what, this Iowa-born, white boy Roy is basically interpreting that word right there. But enough of my clumsy vocabulary and all that stuff right there. Singa right here, it's brewed with 100% premium malt and has these hops that are called, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this too, Saz hops or Saz hops. And that's just something that this brand does brag about here. And it's also brewed with the purest Thai spring water. Okay. I don't know what that means. All right. How does Thai spring water compare to, say, the spring water from the Rocky Mountains flowing into Golden, Colorado? I don't know. I mean, What they call pure Thai water might be what we call down here, or call over here, the trashiest, most infected water just sitting there stagnant in the LA River. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is this beer, it's drinkable. It's drinkable. It's not going to knock your socks off or anything like that. So it's you're not going to want to take like a sudden trip to Thailand and, out of an exclamation of, "Oh my God, I'm going to Thailand. They really know how to brew a beer down there. Oh my God, you want to go? Let's go. Come on. Yeah. You too? You want to come with me? Yeah, let's go." Like, this beer is not that good right here. But, and on top of that, technically, it is not a light beer. Okay. The like Singa there, the brewing company makes this. They do have a Singa Light there, so there is a light version of this, which I cannot believe, because this tastes like this is the light beer version of this. It does not have much to it, and I like a little bit more heft to the beers that I drink right here. So if you like, just a little bit of beer mixed in with your water, well, you know what, Singa is the beer for you. And it comes in at 5.3% alcohol by volume. And I would say the IBU, or the International Bitterness Units, measurement on this. But it's a lager. It doesn't have enough, bitterness to even worry about telling you what that is there. But anyway, hey, let me take a tug off this thing, because it's a very watered down light beer, at least according to my palate there. But it is beer nonetheless, and it deserves to be drinking. I don't know. Who cares? All right, there we go. So, but that is the beer for tonight. The Singa, the original Thai beer. It's their premium lager, Singa. I do like the insignia on there. It's not bad. It's very kind of classy. They're kind of sophisticated there, but I don't mind that. It's very understated but classy, so it's all good there. And you know what, you could probably get this, like, if you open up like the Open Bar app on your phone, or maybe Uber Eats does deliver booze now, so we have options as far as maybe getting your hands on some of this good old Singa right there. But enough about Singa right there. I bringa the Singa, and now it's time to wrap it up on this brew review time. All righty, here. Let's do this real quick. Let's check out. All right. And freedom isn't free. Yes. Good question. Good question there. And I do take requests for the movie reviews there. Now, I don't always get to them right away, but what typically happens is I'll get requests, and then naturally, over the course of the year, we'll have like a very slow box office weekend, meaning we don't have like really any good movies coming out on a particular weekend there. Not so much now, because we're in the middle of the big blockbuster summer movie season right here. We just got past 4th of July a couple weeks ago. Not too long ago. So we are in it. Okay, we are in the thick of the summer blockbuster movie season. So there's probably not going to be a whole lot of weekends that are free to do like retro movie reviews there. But I do them, and so I keep a list there. Freedom isn't free, and you know what? Freedom isn't free, but your ability to let me know of a movie that you want me to review is free. Okay, and you can either let me know right now in the live chat, or if you want to comment, it's probably better if you comment on this episode, because the live chat goes bye-bye. Okay, after a while, but then the comment, whatever you put in the comments down below, that stays forever. Okay, so let me know down in the comments, and I'll check it out, see what you want me to review there. I think some folks listening here know that I do that, because they've recommended movies to me to review, and I've done that there. So, and now I'm not going to review every movie that I get a request for, okay, because we get that crazy Sean Cav guy here on the Rumble Network here, and he builds an altar to this this Western that is called Old Henry. I think it's Old Henry, I think is what it's called. And my God, he loves that movie. Like, get yourself a significant other that looks at you like Sean looks at that Old Henry movie there. And he wanted me to review that here on the show. And I was like, brother man, I love you, but I can't review that on this show because you and maybe 2 other people are going to be down with a review on Old Henry, and I have to listen to the will of the people. Okay, as Bane on The Dark Knight Rises would say, okay? It's like, movies Merica spoiler warning is for you. Do as you please. Except for recommend that I review Old Henry, okay? Don't do that. All right. And Freedom Isn't Free, he says, war movies and horror movies, maybe Halloween series and or Scream series there. So, you know what? Yeah, I like both of those genres there. I like the Scream movies, not all of them. I like the first one. I think I like the first 3 Scream movies. The last one wasn't that great. They're definitely like war movies, and horror movies. And I love it when they mix the genres successfully. There, you got a few movies where they have successfully combined the war and the horror genre. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen War Dogs. Their Freedom Isn't Free, but War Dogs is a pretty good one. Mixes a war movie with some werewolves there. They had one a few years ago where they mixed it was like a World War II war movie where it was like some German soldiers, and they stumbled upon it was like so they stumbled upon a German town, and then there was like some kind of castle or something like that they were doing experiments on in there, and it wasn't The Keep. I know that it sounds like I'm describing the movie The Keep from way back in the early 80s, the Michael Mann movie. No, it's not that one. But what was that called? I'm going to look that up. I got to look that up right now. But it is, and when I see it, I'm going to like kick myself like, oh, that's what it's called. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my old friend IMDb, and I do know it did have Kurt Russell's kid, Wyatt Russell, in it. So I'm going to look up Wyatt Russell. And let's see what movies he was in. And let's see here. Overlord. That's what it's called. Overlord. Yep. Overlord. Looks like it came out in 2018 there. And yeah, it's just this movie where it had a really good premise. It just shit the bed when it came to executing said premise there. But it had a great premise. Also, like a great opening scene where, and it might have been American troops. I think it was American troops. I don't think it was German, because it portrayed them like they're up in the jets, like, you know, invading on D-Day, right? They're like, you know, it must have been airborne or something like that. And so they have a great opening scene where they portray the planes up in the air during the D-Day invasion, and these planes are just getting their ass kicked by, you know, anti-aircraft fire and that kind of thing. It's a very, very visceral, very brutal war scene there, which when I watched that opening scene of Overlord, I was like, oh, all right. We've got a pretty good movie possibly here to reckon with. All right, yeah, let's check it out. And then as the movie went along, as it crept further and further into the movie slowly but surely got worse and worse there. So absolutely. But yeah, but check out Overlord right there. You might like it, man. You might like it there. But yeah, my favorite war movies. I love me some We Were Soldiers and Full Metal Jacket and Saving Private Ryan and Hacksaw Ridge. So many war movies, to choose from there. I'm sure I'm leaving a shitload out there. Halloween series, yeah, can't go wrong with the Halloween series there for the most part there, except for let me know if you saw that last one there where it turned from being a Michael Myers movie to being a movie about what was that dumbass's name? God, it was like Corey. That's what it was. Yeah, like the guy, the kid Corey, that they were like grooming him to be like the next Michael Myers or something like that. And that movie sucked. All right, I can't remember. Was it Halloween? Yeah, Halloween, was it Halloween Ends or something like that? Man, that last one sucked balls. But Halloween Kills, I liked Halloween Kills. It gets a lot of shit because it is kind of corny, but I liked it. I thought it was kind of corny. Like, evil dies tonight. I loved it. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did Michael wrong in that movie there. But yeah, freedom isn't free. I think we park our car in the same movie garage on a lot of that stuff right there. But all right, let me remind you guys that you guys can get your hands on some Movies Merica merch. Okay, you don't just have to sit there all week just biting your nails and tapping your feet and drumming your fingers against every hard surface because you can't wait for the next Movies Merica episode to show up right there. You're like a girl sitting by the phone waiting for a guy to call, but in this case you're waiting for the next Movies Merica episode to start right there. So yeah, well, you don't have to suffer that hard. You can take the edge off by getting yourself some Movies Merica merch. Okay, get yourself like a Movies Merica t-shirt, Movies Merica shot glass, or pint glass, or a Movies Merica phone case. Hell, you even got Movies Merica yoga pants, all kinds of stuff right here. I'm going to lose my voice like listing off all the different types of Movies Merica merch that you can get. And I'm not going to do that when all you have to do is click on the Movies Merica merch link down in the description. There's the Movies Merica link down there waiting for you to click on it. And then when you get into that website right there, to be honest with you, you might have to do a little scrolling. You might have to scroll down a little bit, okay, down to get to the Movies Merica stuff right there. Or not. It might be right there, right when you open up that website right there. But yeah, get in there. You know what? Grab yourself your favorite shopping cart and browse the Movies Merica aisles there, looking for just that Movies Merica merch you want, okay? And then when you get all that merch in the shopping cart, then in the promo code field that you'll see there, put in promo code MOVIES, and you will get free shipping on all your Movies Merica merch right there. Absolutely. So, you know what? Bezos, take that right there, okay? Because we are coming after you, all right? Coming after you. You just got married. You're probably sleeping at the wheel, but not Movies Merica. We got the eyes on the prize, all right? And we're coming after you. We're going to make Amazon look like a ma and pa bait shop by the time we're done right here. Coming for you, Bezos. There you go. But yeah, get down there, grab yourself some Movies Merica merch. Again, via the Movies Merica link down in the description there. Absolutely. Love it. All right, absolutely. And there we go. And Beyond Formal. Still here, by the way. There you go. Outstanding. All right. I like that. Thanks. I like you checking in right there. And you know what? I know, like, people, when they're in the live chat or they're checking out the show, sometimes you just don't have the capability of live chatting because maybe you're making supper or something like that, or Lindy Reggie's playing video games there from his man cave right there, or his man garage right there. And yeah, just so you check it out when you can, and I appreciate that. And a lot of times you can't check out the entire episode. Maybe you can only check out 5, 10, 15 minutes, all that stuff right there. So if it was up to me, I'd love it if you stuck around for the whole episode, but I know that's not always feasible there. All right, enough of me just yapping about all that stuff right there. But we need to talk more about Jurassic World Rebirth, okay, for better or for worse, all right? And now, this installment of the Jurassic movies is like some other Jurassic movies where it's sold that, ooh, if you watch this Jurassic movie, there is an even bigger and more deadly and even more formidable dinosaur in this movie right here. It's the biggest yet. It's the biggest yet. You've never seen anything like this before. And they do that again here in Jurassic World Rebirth. And the supposed big bad dinosaur of all dinosaurs that was supposed to be one of the drawing factors of this movie, that laser light that was supposed to get all us cats, wandering around the theater chasing a laser light. The dinosaur known as the Distortus Rex or D-Rex. Well, it turned out to be only on the screen for a few minutes. And it pretty much just looked like John Malkovich got busy with the T-Rex and one of those xenomorphs from the Alien movie, okay? It was a grotesque looking dinosaur, but yeah, it just looked like somebody that looked like Professor X and his chrome dome, and just got busy. Just got busy in a Burger King bathroom with a T-Rex and a xenomorph there, and it just birthed this ugly looking dinosaur there. But it was only on the screen for a few minutes, and boy, was this dinosaur dumb. It was dumb. It was slow. Okay, like explain this to me. All right, where we get the character of Duncan, played by the underutilized in this movie Mahershala Ali. So he grabs a flare and he tries to distract the D-Rex from attacking all the other people in the group, including a couple of little girls, right? And he's trying to be the hero and draw the D-Rex away from them. So he lights up a flare and he's like, "Hey, over here, you big dumbass!" And he leads the D-Rex away from the others in the group. And so you think, oh man, Duncan, he's a goner. He's like sacrificing himself for the other people in the group because he's using this flare to distract this big dumb dinosaur to come after him, right? And it does work. It does work for a little bit there. And of course, the rest of the crew, they see Mahershala Ali's flare eventually go out because they don't last forever, right? And the assumption on their part is, hey, he's dead. He gave himself. He died a hero's death. He's dead. He gave his life up for us. And they're on their way out, away from the island there. And all of a sudden, they see a flare shoot up in the air. And they're like, what is that? And then that's when it's revealed that, oh, hey, Duncan, he made it. And he had another flare on him. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, if he had a flare before and it attracted the attention of the D-Rex, and now he's just shot off another flare, well, why isn't that D-Rex coming after him again? Why did that flare that he just shot up, just not get the D-Rex's attention? So it's just kind of stupid logic right there where the D-Rex would have been like, oh, hey, I didn't get Duncan. You win some, you lose some. And what are you gonna do? Fight on another day. Wait, is that another flare over there? Oh, hey. Oh, happy day. Ooh, I might eat good tonight after all. All right, I'm going to head over there and I'm going to look for that other flare. Oh, there's that Duncan guy again. All right, hey, I didn't get you last time, but guess what? Chomp. All right. You would have thought that would have happened. But you know what? That's when the movie just tells you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. Just don't worry about it. Okay. And so that just didn't make any sense to me right there. But there's a lot of things in this movie that just don't make any sense. And then again, that goes, it goes along with the theme of this movie where all the people that you expect to die in this movie, they die. And all the people in this movie that you expect to live, they all live. Okay. There's nothing revolutionary about this movie whatsoever. Okay. You're not going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe they killed him off. Oh, it's so impactful. Oh, this movie is so emotionally engrossing. Oh my God, this movie is, I'm not going to be able to forget about this movie for a long time. Oh my God. But no, nothing like that. Absolutely. So, and absolutely. All right. Freedom isn't free. I'm checking the live chat here, everybody, right there, because I don't like ignoring the live chat right there. I hate that when I'm on a show and you're like live chat. You're putting pearls out there in the live chat, and they don't get acknowledged. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. Now I know there's shows where they just get so many live chats. There's no possible way they can acknowledge all of them and whatnot. Now my show isn't that yet. Okay. So, but that's one of the bad things. One of the downsides of getting, a big show to get a lot of traffic is, you don't get to acknowledge everybody's live chats. But you know what? That's probably a good problem to have because you're probably doing pretty good that way, if that's a problem right there. But yeah, Freedom Isn't Free says, this might sound weird, but every time I hear you talk, you sound a lot like Don Jr. There you go. Well, you know what? That's disconcerting because, like, sometimes the way Don Jr. talks, it annoys me. Like his voice is kind of grating sometimes. So I guess what's that say about my voice, right? There. Like, yeah, he was trying to put his finger on who you sounded like. There you go. There you go. So I've had people, I tell you. Now, there's some people that think I fake this voice. Like they think my real voice is, I really sound like this, and I don't sound at all like how I talk in the show. And then I just pretend to talk like this during the show. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know why I try to exaggerate it. But they think that this voice right here is like fake, and I'm just faking this when my normal voice is sounding like this, but no. And I even had a lady, she told me, she told one of my friends that my voice annoys her. So, hey, you can't win them all, right? You can't win them all, but what are you going to do? No, yeah, I know you weren't meaning it in a bad way at all there, but yeah, I was speaking about myself right there. Sometimes I hear Don Jr.'s voice. I think it's like when he's trying too hard to sound manly, and he's trying to sound like he's got all the testosterone in the world in his chest. He's tries to do that sometimes. And then when he just starts talking normal, then it's not so bad. And sometimes, have you guys noticed about Don Jr.? Maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm the only one who's noticed this. A lot of times when he talks, he's got his head all cocked up and he's looking down, right? He's like looking down, and, everybody kind of like that. He's like, and so, yes, my dad, he was unfairly targeted by, and his head's like cocked up there, and it kind of makes him look like he's kind of stuck up or something like that to me. I'm sure that's probably not what he's going for, but it's probably just me. But anyway, and we've got Lindy Rig 87 rating the stream in here. Welcome, Lindy Rig 87 and crew right there. So hopefully you guys had a good stream over there. And yeah, Lindy Rig 87, you should check out his stuff on Rumble there. So just it's a very, very difficult task. It's a very in-depth process of just typing in Lindy, and you probably just type that in and probably bring up Lindy Rig 87 there, looking for his stuff out on Rumble there. Does a lot of video game playing and some other stuff as well there, because that's all the rage, man. Watching other people play video games there. So, and then also we've got Beyond Formal in the live chat there as well, and yeah, check out Beyond Formal stuff on Rumble as well. And I'll tell you, that Beyond Formal, he's got some balls of solid rock, I will tell you there, because he gets out in the wild. And what I mean by that is he goes out to the to the freak houses, okay, otherwise known as Rainbow Jihad rallies and protests, and he just gets right out there in the middle of the freakiest and the dumbest people in the world there, and just interviews them on the street. He's our man on the streets there, and he gets out there and exposes us to all the things that we're glad we're not, okay? There. So if you're ever feeling bad about yourself, if you're like, God, I feel inadequate, and I feel like I'm just kind of an idiot, and I don't have my shit together, just go watch one of Beyond Formal's Man on the Street videos right there, and just watch the people that he interviews. And he'll be like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I got my shit together. I got my shit's wired tight. There you go. I'm a woohoo. Yeah, I've got it all together. There you go. Ain't no fade in my game. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, and that's and that's how you'll feel after checking out some of Beyond Formal's Man on the Street stuff out there. All right, let's do this. Where were we at? Oh, more Jurassic World Rebirth, of course, right there. But hey, let me first get a tug off my beer over here. All right. And so now I wanted to one thing I noticed about this movie. Another thing that makes this movie so retarded is we've got this movie, and the advanced, sophisticated, spectacularly creative writer of this movie wrote that all it takes to circumvent, and I do mean vent, millions of dollars in technological infrastructure and with the the InGen dinosaur facilities and all that, and all it takes to circumvent that and unleash all kinds of dinosaurs that like to eat humans, like snapping into a Slim Jim, is, get this, is a Snickers wrapper getting blown into a vent in a door. Okay, I'm not lying. And if you've seen the movie, you know I'm not lying there. Okay. And so we have that little wrapper, that little candy bar wrapper that housed a candy bar that cost $1.50, took down $1.5 billion in InGen dino research and containment infrastructure in about 1.5 minutes. Okay. And that's and of course I'm referring to the beginning of this movie where you get the technician in the InGen dinosaur research containment facility there, which looks like it's got all the latest technology there, and it's told to us in the beginning of this movie that this scene that I'm about to describe took place 17 years ago. Okay, so it's got the highest technology, the most cutting edge technology for that time there, and so we have this technician, and he's going in to do some research on the D-Rex, right? He's going into the containment facility that they have the D-Rex contained into. And so he's going up to the big bay door with the big locks and all that stuff. And you have to have two people turn the key at the same time, 3, 2, 1, turn. It's one of those deals, right? And so he's walking up to this big containment door and he's eating a Snickers bar, right? And then he's eating a Snickers bar. He just lets a Snickers bar just fall to the floor. And so just like the feather at the beginning of Forrest Gump, this Snickers wrapper, it's got some moves. Okay. So the big containment door opens up. The Snickers wrapper kind of blows inside. Okay. And then they're in this chamber. Then they open up another containment door to get, further into where the D-Rex is at. And you see the Snickers wrapper. He's just sitting there and just kind of fluttering. And then it flutters into a vent that's inside one of those containment doors right there. And then it shorts out the door. It shorts out the electronics on the door. But apparently, this is a special candy bar. So the special candy bar with special conductive powers, okay, to where it's so conductive, it conducts so much electricity that it doesn't just malfunction that door. No. It malfunctions the entire dino research and containment facility, okay? Because right after it shorts out that door, you're hearing containment system has failed. Basically seek minimum safe distance and all that. I mean, and then it's implied that not just the D-Rex has escaped, got all these dinosaurs that are escaping there. And we're supposed to believe that this dinosaur research and containment facility was designed so poorly and the protocols are so terrible that someone could come in there with a candy bar wrapper and just let the candy bar wrapper just fall to the floor there and circumvent all the billions of dollars that were spent, all the technology, all the precautions, can circumvent that, can undo all of that with the power of a Snickers bar wrapper there. I don't know. Again, like they want in this movie. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. Don't worry about it. Okay, just turn your brain off. Don't worry about it. There. So, and this is written by the same guy, David Koepp, the same guy who wrote the first Jurassic Park movie way back in 1993. Okay. Now, when he wrote that movie, the movie way back in 1993, he had some writing help. He had a little writing help from a guy you may have heard of by the name of, I don't know, Michael Crichton. All right. The guy that wrote the original Jurassic Park novelization or novel there, which I don't know if you guys have ever read the actual Jurassic Park book, but that obviously it's much different than the movie. But that movie or that book has like some genuine like horror elements to it. Like Freedom Isn't Free was talking about how he likes horror movies. Well, if you haven't already, Freedom Isn't Free, just read the original Jurassic Park book. And it's got some good horror elements to it that they didn't really touch on too much in the movie, because it's PG-13. It's supposed to be a Steven Spielberg blockbuster movie, that can be consumed by the kiddos and all of that stuff right there. So absolutely here. Let me do a little housekeeping right here. And all right, there we go. Okay, checking things out up in here. There we go. All right. So what else we have here for the... Oh, yeah, so check it out here. I just want to get my affairs in order because I run a tight ship here in this courtroom, this Jurassic World Rebirth Movies Merica courtroom right there. Absolutely. So, and Linda 7 up here in the live chat there. How wooed of me right there. I didn't even acknowledge that. So, yes, and I like that. So, and let me try this. There you go. Wrong place. There you go. All right. Outstanding. All right. So there we go. What should we do next up in here? So, well, let me check out and see. I'm getting all choked up. I'm so emotional about this show. All right. Yeah, there we go. I think we got everything in order going on right there. Okay. But you know what? I am about to get to what everyone or what a lot of people would consider their favorite segment of every Movies Merica spoiler warning show. That's the show that's on Thursday nights, not the show that's on Sunday afternoons. That's the Movies Merica live show where I do the spoiler-free reviews and discussion there. This is the spoilery show here, Movies Merica spoiler warning. And as you guys know, if you've seen any of my Movies Merica spoiler warning episodes before, you know my favorite segment and the favorite segment of many others is the movie military moment segment. Okay, and now that's where I give myself because, quite frankly, this is my show. I can do whatever I want. I can let myself pay honor to whoever I want, and I pay honor to recipients of the Congressional Medal of Honor, all right? Because I'm ex-mil myself. I'm a veteran, and I really respect what our military does to protect this country. And they get shit on way too much. There's a lot of dumbasses out there that don't realize that their cushy, cozy, comfy lifestyle that they enjoy but still take for granted wouldn't be there if it wasn't for our military. And so I just like to do it just a little bit, all right, by just honoring those service members that have been awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor there. So now, right now, it's probably inevitable that some people are asking, "Hey, Van, it's very nice. It's very nice, very touching. That's very honorable of you, and that's such a nice gesture. But what does it have to do with movies?" Well, that's a good question. Good question. And I'm going to answer that. But after this. All right. So that should have got you feeling all patriotic already, because that was like an infusing of patriotism for me right there. And you know what I did? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do this. Let me do that. Let's see if I could do this here. Let me do this here. Background audio. Let's check this out. I'm going to do this. I understand. I'll show this one again. All right. Because I always play music And during the episode, and I'm going to see if I can find it. That's not that. Nope. Movie, military. Let's see if I can find the music. Here we go. Let's try this. Let's do iCloud Drive. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. Military. All right. Military montage. Nope, not that. That is not it. Okay, let's try this. And come on. That's not it. Oh, there we go. Check that out. Nope, that's not it. Trying to get the sound, the music that I play. And we might have found it. We might have found it. There we go. MP3. Yep, there we go. That looks good. And let's do that. Hopefully, this will not be too loud. There, because sometimes that does get too loud with the music. I don't know where that went to. And in my screen share, background audio. Yep, there we go. It's probably playing. I don't know. There it is. All right, there we go. Oh, I like that. You can control the volume here. Sweet. Nice. There we go. I love this. All right. Okay, so anyway, now that I've got that duck in a row there, we can proceed on right there. Love it. And hey, well, there he is. Charlie's joining the show right there. What up? Well, just doing the old show right here. What up with you, man? All right here, and glad you could join the show. And and Lindy Riggedy says Charlie's just following him right there. Exactly. You got yourself a little my buddy there, Lindy Rig. Gotta be happy. Gotta love it every time, every day of the week. There you go. All right. So the movie Military Moment. I owe you an explanation, okay? Because I told you I was going to explain the difference or the connection between me honoring Congressional Medal of Honor winners and movies, okay? So the connection is this. So as you would imagine, if you get yourself a Congressional Medal of Honor, you didn't get it for being the best booger picker on the base, right? Or kissing the most ass. Well, maybe to an extent, maybe you got it for that. So some got it for that. Or you didn't get it for being the best letter sorter at the base post office. All right. You did it for doing some awesome, hellacious, monumental shit, right? Okay. Like you're a Huey pilot in NAM, right? And you're flying supplies to the troops, all right? And the LZ, the landing zone you're supposed to land in, it's hot. There's rounds coming in. You got the VC down there. They're shooting RPGs at all the helicopters that come in, and it's a hot LZ. And you got your captain on the squawk box going, "You get that helicopter back here. You didn't pay for that. The taxpayers did." And you're like, "Sir, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. All right, I got to get the supplies. I got to get the ammo and the supplies to the troops down there. They're going to die, and I got to evac the wounded. All right, I got to evac the wounded. Sorry, sir, I'm disobeying an order, man." And you get down there and you land on the hot LZ with no disregard for your life whatsoever, and you get out the wounded and you save lives by getting the wounded out, and you're delivering supplies, and you keep going back and back and back and doing that. And if that sounds at all familiar, basically I'm telling the story of Bruce Crandall. Okay, he's a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam, and you might have seen Bruce Crandall's story put into movie form in the movie We Were Soldiers, okay, with Mel Gibson and Greg Kinnear playing Bruce Crandall in that movie. But you had to do something like that, something incredible like that, something if you saw it with your eyes on a big movie screen in front of you, it would be a very cool movie military moment. And that is the connection, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, right there. All right. So without further ado, let's get to our movie military moment recipient for tonight. And that is one Private David B. Barkley from World War I. And this is going to be a quick citation. It's not going to take very long to do here because as I've found as I look up these Congressional Medal of Honor citations, the older the war, the shorter the description in the citation as far as what they did, okay? And then the newer the war, you get paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs describing what they did here. So this one will be a very short one right here. Okay, but nonetheless, we are going to honor Private David B. Barkley. But you know what? I think Private Barkley deserves his own music. Don't you? Yeah, let's do it. And let me know in the live stream while I'm playing this if you think it's too loud and it's drowning my voice out right there, because your feedback really helps. But here we go. This is the movie Military Moment. And in this movie Military Moment, we will honor Private David B. Barkley, who fought for us in World War I. And let's learn more about Private Barkley, shall we? When information was desired as to the enemy's position on the opposite side of the Meuse River, Private Barkley, with another soldier, volunteered without hesitation and swam the river to reconnoiter the exact location. He succeeded in reaching the opposite bank despite the evident determination of the enemy to prevent a crossing. Having obtained his information, he again entered the water for his return. But before his goal was reached, he was seized with cramps and drowned. And like I said, that's a very short citation there for Private David B. Barkley, but he is a hero nonetheless right there, and he did is not insignificant part to help us out and fight for you and for me there, or Americans who lived during that time of World War I. And I salute you, Private Barkley, for everything you did, and in you making the ultimate sacrifice for this country right there. All right? So, and again, in the live chat here, if you would do me a favor here and let me know if that music is too loud and that if it drowned out my voice. Okay, because I'm hearing the music here. It doesn't sound too bad. But, yeah, do this guy a favor and let me know right there. But, anyway, that has been the movie Military Moment. All right, there we go. All right, there you go. So, but yeah, and again, you guys don't have to wait for me, as I always say, to do these movie military moments in order to learn more about these Congressional Medal of Honor recipients there. You can go to cmohs.org/recipients, and you can read all about these heroes yourself there. Okay, and hey, probably not in this case. It's not going to be. It's not going to apply in this case right here because this guy died in World War I, and that's a long time ago. I don't know if any of his family nowadays would appreciate this quite as much. Maybe not. Maybe they would. Who knows? But say like a newer recipient, like someone from the GWAT, or Vietnam or Korean War or something like that. If I do a referring to citation, I do my movie military moment honor to them, and you happen to know like the friends or some friends or family of that honoree, hey, let them know about this, and maybe they could check that out or check this out right there. Me paying honor to their loved one, and maybe it means something to them. Maybe they might get a little touched there and get a little teary eyed. Who knows? But anyway, with that being said, that has been the movie Military Moment. All right, let's check some things out right here and see what we got going on. And all right, here we go. Yep, I just want to get my ducks in a row, cross my T's, dot my I's. And just to let you guys know, hey, if you guys are appreciating what I'm doing here, if you appreciate me, providing a forum to, particularly to the movie maniacs and the fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics out there to talk in depth about movies, particularly the movie I'm talking about here this week, Jurassic World Rebirth. If you appreciate that enough and appreciate the opportunity to nerd out about movies, or you appreciate me just warning you away from terrible movies and turning you on to the good movies enough to throw maybe a buck or two my way, well, you can definitely do that. Okay, and I will tell you the way that you can do that right there, and it's very easy. Okay, hell, I figured it out. So it's easy. So if you're checking me out on Rumble, you can do that by going down by where you type in your live chat message, and just click on the button with a $sign on it, and it'll just ask you how much you want to throw my way as far as some coinage, and that's it. Very simple, very easy. Okay, and then if you're checking me out on the Tube of Views or YouTube, there as most people call it, then you can do that via clicking a button down by where you type in the live chat. That looks like a dollar bill there. And when you click on that, again, it'll just ask you how much you want to throw my way. And that's it. All right. Very easy there. Very simple. And that's, again, only if you feel like doing that. When I watch a show, I don't do it unless I feel they deserve it. Okay. And so like when I watch Lindy Rig or Beyond Formal, and I throw, money their way. It's either I believe they deserve it, or I'm not broke. Okay, so there you go, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And enough of me begging for money right there. Okay, so as I get ready to wrap this episode up here, I'm going to let you guys know what the movie for next week will be that I will be talking all about. And it's a movie that, you might have heard of. You might have heard some whispers on the wind about there. It's gotten a little bit of press. There's a few discussions about it. You really have to search really, really hard on social media for any mentions of this movie I'm going to do next week there. And that movie would be called Superman. Yes, Superman. He is coming back to the theaters. I already saw it. I saw it on Tuesday night there. I'm going to go see it again this weekend here, so I can kind of brush up on my Superman movie knowledge there, because it's a very busy movie. I will put it that way. And so I will need to see it a second time to just make sure I caught everything there. And Liddy Rick's like, you smart ass. Old Henry. Well, you guys might find out I might want to watch Old Henry again more than I want to watch Superman. Or not. You don't know. The only way to find that out is to check out my Movies Merica live show on Sunday. Okay. And that comes on at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, and 1 Pacific this Sunday afternoon. Okay. That's the Movies Merica live show, all about James Gunn's Superman, or Superman's James Gunn, as Nerdrotic calls it there. Okay. And then a week from tonight's Movies Merica spoiler warning will be about Superman. Okay. So we'll be talking about it all. Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, Jimmy Olsen, all of them right there. Okay. Perry White. You got Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl there, Metamorpho. There's a shitload of people, shitload of characters in the Superman movie right there. Crypto, we got Crypto in there. I was about to spoil. I was about to say one character and spoil it, but I'm not gonna do that there. So yeah, Superman will be what I will be talking about next week there. So check it out on Sunday there, and I will let you know whether or not you should see it. It's a pretty monumental movie. Every Superman movie is, and so hey, there's a chance maybe you guys will have seen it by Sunday, by the time the show comes on. And hey, that's an even more of a reason to join the show on Sunday, because then we could talk on Sunday about the movie, and you guys might love it, hate it, whatever, and you can let me know what you thought of Superman on Sunday during that show, if you have indeed seen it by that time right there. So, but it's a movie, yeah, that's for sure. So, and James Gunn, usually you can't go wrong with him. with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it was okay. I didn't hate it. It's just it was not as good as the first two, I thought. But the exception of that one, I think James Gunn has pretty much hit it out of the park with every movie he's come out with there, including like his older ones, like what was it? What's that one is called? The Super or something like that, about the superhero, and then Slither was another one of his earlier ones, and then of course he wrote Dawn of the Dead there. But anyway, I'm stalling, everybody. I'm stalling over here as we get ready to wrap up this episode right there. But let me double check, make sure I'm not missing any live chats, and I think we're good to go there. And yeah, there we go. All right, so. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for checking out this episode right there, for Lindy Rig 87 for rating the stream here, and for Freedom Isn't Free, for being all patriotic, for patrioticing. Is that a word? Patrioticing the live chat up here, and got Charlie joining us as well. And yeah, check out. I'm sure I'm going to butcher it. Charlie Horns Plays. Okay, I think you could search him up in Rumble and see his content there as well. Beyond Formal joined us here tonight as well. And yeah, they're bringing out the old, bringing out all the good stuff there, all the good content on Rumble. I shouldn't even call it content. I'm not going to belittle it that way. It's entertainment. Okay. I'm going to call it what it deserves right there. Absolutely. And Beyond Formal's like Young Henry. No, not going to review that one either. But that's a movie I know Sean would love. Sean would love it. It was like there was a prequel to Old Henry, all about Young Henry. Now, if you've seen Old Henry, then you know that there's already a prequel to Old Henry out there. It's just called, and I'm not going to say the name because it would ruin the surprise of what happens at the end of Old Henry. It would ruin what's revealed at the end of Old Henry right there. So yeah, Beyond Formal. Charlie is Cool Beans. There you go. All right. So Charlie is Cool Beans right there. And you know what? I got to agree with that right there. I barely know the guy, but what I know of him so far, good stuff right there. So there you go. And I'm always an excellent judge of character. Always. Okay, everybody, let's do this here. I'm going to wrap this bad boy up here. And but as I always say, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya. Howdy, my movie maniacs and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. Would you do me a favor and check me out at solo.to/moviesmerica? That's where you would go for a one-stop shop for all the links that have to do with me, Movies Merica. And then also, if you want to check out the audio-only podcast versions of my Movies Merica live episodes, that's my spoiler-free reviews that I do on Sunday, you can go to moviesmerica.com or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, places like that. And then, actually, if you would also check me out on the social media sites like X and Instagram and Facebook and Gab. And I'm on those locations all under @Movies Merica. So it is very easy to find me out there, all right? So get to it, everybody. All right, thanks for watching. Later.
Hey guys, don't leave the video quite yet. Okay, I've got the popo. They're coming after me, and I don't have much time to tell you, but you need to like and subscribe this video right here, down below. It's right down there. It's just waiting. It's waiting for you down there, okay? And make sure you watch these videos over here too. You'll be doing me a big favor. I'll be in handcuffs pretty soon. All right. Thanks for watching.